Welcome back to Five's a Crowd. I'm your host, Austin. You may not recognize me because my hair's so long and luscious.
Yeah.
Shagadocious.
We went
back to like
He's an
2002.
80s porn star now.
Without the
What?
No.
I said he's an 80s porn star now.
Either there
Shaggy
or-
hair with the gold necklace.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay,
unfortunately, you look like the women.
Hey, those women were hot.
It's like you tried to go back emo, but then you went back even further.
I'll take it.
Nemo.
I'll take it. Let me introduce the table. We got Cam.
Hi.
Chris is not well, so he's not with us again, but we got his jacket right here in memory of him. We got Tony,
Hey.
Zach,
Hola.
and we're just going to be catching up. It's been 2 months since we got together last.
Holy moly.
2 months, man. It's been 2 months.
Last episode to come out was us saving Saint Nick.
Yeah, that was
That's right.
That's the last thing that just pulled open when I opened up the Brave browser here.
Oh, yeah?
Opened right up to chat.
That was so fun. I want to do another one like that, but have each of us have our own dice,
We're gonna do that.
because I think that'd be great.
I'll
My
get those
neighbor.
dice towers printed.
Oh, you got them?
Not yet,
Oh,
but I will start tomorrow.
okay. Get them printed because I've got dice for us.
I could even. You do?
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
Okay.
Nice dice.
Well, yeah, I'll find. Well, does everyone want a different one? You want a different color?
Red.
Like, well, he's wanting red. Okay.
Surprise me, but I don't want anything phallic.
What's phallic?
Like a wiener.
Should have left it to the imagination. Dang it.
Such a weird word, anyways.
Tim Burton themed.
Oh,
Okay, I want to see you do that now.
Have it be like
I'll
a
see what I can
skull.
find.
Ooh,
Have it roll down through the eyes and into the mouth. Could you do that?
I mean, I'm not that good at design right now. I 3D designed an extension for my amino energy like scoop.
Wait, hold on.
It's just
Okay.
you know, I mean, you use them. Have you ever used amino energy?
No.
Okay, they
Are
come
you
in
talking
these.
BCAs?
Yeah,
okay.
But they come in a can that's like that tall, right?
Yeah.
All the powder's like there. So the can's here.
Okay.
Here's bottom. Here's powder. The scoop is that tall.
Your hand's too fat.
So and yep, and it's just big enough that you have to scrape your hand in there to grab it to get anything out.
I get you.
So I've been practicing in 3D design, and I 3D designed a longer scoop that you can just slide the other one into, and it's perfect.
Okay.
Every day I use it, and I'm like, gosh, I'm a genius.
See, my tubs are always way big. Mine are
It's
like
dumb.
this
It's this specific one. I don't know why they do it. If you're listening, anyone who works for Optimum Nutrition, fix it. Okay? There's no need for 70% empty space. Just shorten the dang thing. Everyone else does it. Why
Yeah,
you got
I
to be
don't-
special?
I don't know why would they elongate it too. Why not just
That
make
makes
it-
no sense.
It's like a Pringles can.
Kinda, yeah. It's
Why
dumb.
is that funny?
I don't know.
Damn, Pringles can's like a monkey trap.
It's true.
a raccoon trap. Just get your hand in there and you're like, I'm not letting go.
It reminds me of those videos out there where the guy plays the trick on the wife and she reaches her hand and she's like, oh. And then the guy's like, oh, that's a great idea. And then he grabs the small one. Like the snack size Pringle can.
Yeah.
Didn't the guy who designed the Pringles can also get buried in it?
Oh, I don't know.
I think he was cremated and then buried in a Pringles can.
Really?
Crazy.
I just heard that the other day.
That's hilarious.
But yeah, it's gonna be a while before I can do a skull or something. I'll see what I can find.
I mean, I'm
I
sure
thought we
you
were
could
just talking
find-
about the dice themselves, not so much the actual.
No, it's a dice tower. So it's
Dice
just a little
Right.
tower that has like a spiral through it.
Oh, and we'll
you just,
all have our own tower?
yeah.
Yeah.
So instead of
Oh.
tossing dice, like you literally just drop it and it goes blah, 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 and spits out and has a little like catch, and it just has them right there.
See, I guess I just more meant like even just. So you're not creating the dice, just the tower?
yeah.
Yeah, I have access to
Oh,
dice.
never mind then. Okay.
Hard thing about dice is they're weighted or like there's not weighted as in like cheating weighted, but there is a specific weight to them.
Gotcha.
For them to like roll correctly.
The things you never knew that you know now.
Never knew, you never knew.
So we got a lot of catching up to do. We didn't see each other all of December, and now it's like we're at the tail end of January.
Yeah.
So, I mean, do you guys want to go toward like what's been going
How
on?
about
in
we
your
do our
personal life?
Spotify Wrapped?
I don't even know if we have
Oh, hey.
access to it.
What do you mean? Did they just take it away?
I don't know.
have access.
Can you
You can
access it?
look at it. Good question.
I mean, I don't know.
But also, I was correct. Frederick J. Bauer, the man who made the Pringles can, was requested to be buried in one.
Was it? Was it like a extra large one or a regular one?
Probably a regular size, man.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang.
You turn to ash, you're not that
Yeah,
big.
you're not that much.
You don't take up that much space anymore.
Yeah, I
No.
mean, but you see the size of urns, and the urns are always pretty big.
That's
No,
'cause
but they're not
just
all the way full though.
They're like that Optimum Nutrition freaking amino energy can.
Yeah, it's like halfway
It's all at the
full.
bottom.
Yeah.
There's all empty space. So you're right there.
That sounds about right.
Just nobody
A
wants
lot
to
of
put.
empty space in here.
I am looking. I am not seeing our Wrapped. Damn. You might have better luck on the actual internet, but yeah,
What are you using?
I'm using the app,
Oh,
but I'm not seeing anything in here for a Wrapped.
Dumb.
log in.
Not a
Oh
one.
no, what is it?
So while he looks, what's been going on in your lives? I feel like I haven't talked to you guys in forever.
It's true.
Anything notable? Anything crazy happened through December? January?
I had a kid.
I mean, yeah.
That's pretty big.
That's pretty significant, if I had to say.
Hence the reason why we haven't podcasted yet.
Exactly.
First it was the holidays, then a baby.
Yeah.
Well, we weren't expecting him till like the 26th. And even then, we were going to do.
The
What
January
we were gonna
26th?
do. Yeah.
So
Thought it
2
was
days
always
ago?
like
So we were
3
going to
days
do.
ago?
That was his like due date. Yeah.
Okay.
That's his actual due date. But then we usually, whatchamacallit?
Induce.
Induce, thank you. We usually have induced a week early with all of them, but because of the last two pregnancies not being that great, or births being that great, we got permission this time to induce 2 weeks early. So it would have been the 12th. Then Shaylee went in for her like last appointment before that, and her blood pressure was a little bit high right in the line. And so the doctor was like, we're going to deliver him tomorrow. And that was the 10th. So I was at work and my wife's like, hey, baby's coming tomorrow. I'm like, what? Okay.
Fantastic.
At what point was it real this time around? Because I know historically we've talked, and you always say, and I agree.
Uh-huh.
From a male's perspective, you just see this belly growing,
Yeah.
and you don't really connect with it. Like, at least for me, I would lay there and I talk to the baby, but you never really make that connection until the baby is here.
Yeah.
And you don't make that connection that a baby is here until you see it. And so I just remember the panic over me when we had Micah.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a flood of panic
Oh, yeah.
when I saw her.
Yeah.
So was it similar for your
This
boy?
one
or-
was, yeah, like it hit me basically when she was like, he's coming tomorrow. I was like, oh, dang. Okay. It's happening. There's going to be a fourth one. So then, then just kind of like calm but stressing, like, okay, birth is not that great in my experience.
Was this one though?
Oh my gosh. It was the easiest, most chill, calm, like birth I've ever seen. Even like depicted.
Oh,
Great.
Like, oh, it was fantastic.
That's
Like we
awesome. get
get there at like 7:30, right? This one was longer. All the other two came at like noonish. He didn't pop out till like 4.
Yeah, I was shocked because we were waiting.
Uh-huh.
Like, I wasn't going to flood you with questions, but I'm like, dude, it's like 2:00.
But it was everything.
is this kid?
Everything was so chill.
Really?
Like the nurse was really cool. So with Layla, we had an incredible nurse, helping us through all that craziness. And so she wasn't at the hospital anymore, but she recommended her best friend there, or her favorite nurse or whatever. So luckily that lady was our nurse, and she like over prepared everything. Like
Really?
She was fantastic. And she was on top of everything, knew what to ask, knew what to do. Like it was great. So all day we were literally just like kind of just sitting there. Any coming out, buddy? And then like super calm, chill, nothing really happened. We're just waiting. And then finally she was like, 10 centimeters, all that stuff. And the nurses came in, the doctor comes in. They're like, okay, let's do this. 2 contractions and like 5 pushes, and he pops out and cut the umbilical, and He's crying, so we're like, yeah, he makes noise. That's great. That didn't happen last time.
Gosh.
And like, that was it. And then they're like, cool, have fun. And they left. And I'm like, is this how it should be every time?
Yeah.
It was fantastic.
Now you know why I was always so sad for you, because it's like such a magical moment.
Oh, dude, it was awesome. And he is so freaking chill.
Yeah.
Can I ask a personal question?
Yeah.
Did you have him circumcised?
Yes.
Yeah.
We had to do that, though. We only did that like less than a week ago, like last Friday.
Yeah. I was going to say, because with Jude, they did it in the hospital. But with Reggie, they didn't. You had to schedule it after the fact.
Well, how long were you in the hospital with Reggie?
About 3 days. But
okay.
With Reggie, though, Jenny ended up back in the hospital again because of her internal bleeding. So that was a different one.
See, and even this time, like Shaylee had no issues. Like she had to get stitches like the last 2 times.
That's crazy.
And last time she was hemorrhaging. Last time was so bad. But Layla's doing fantastic. She is so adorable. But nothing. She was fine. Baby was fine. She was in there for a day. Like we went home the next day at like 6.
That's crazy
See,
because... Sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, Jenny, even complications aside, she's still in there longer because she does C-sections.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
So
that makes sense.
I think it's usually 3 days or something. But
Yeah, see, for Jess, I want to say it was mandatory we were there for 2 days. Because, I mean, all of our babies pretty much came without complications.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Lucas had a little bit. I mean, that came like at the tail end when they couldn't. The heart was not in the right place,
that's so crazy.
and so
wild.
that
Babies,
that came at the end. But I mean, we stayed there at the hospital for 2 to 3 days for each kid, and it was like mandatory.
Mm-hmm. We could have, like it was covered, but they didn't. Like they checked us out, and they're like everything's fine. So once there was some test he had to. It was his like jaundice test. We had to wait till after that, and then they let us. So yeah, we could, because everything was fine. They're like, yeah, you're good.
And what's his name again?
Mason
Mason
what?
Drake.
Drake. That's right.
Mason Drake Birch.
That sounds so awesome.
You know.
I was gonna say is the
You
Drake-
probably still have that copy. I don't think you ever gave me
No,
that
I
game
traded
back.
it in.
What are you guys talking about?
So it's basically just a play on the name Nathan Drake
Yeah.
from Uncharted, the video game.
Oh, okay.
Because it's Shaylee loved watching that game. Like her brother would play it, and she would watch it like a movie while it was playing. And I just always loved the game. And so I thought it was just a cool little play on that.
Yeah. Nice.
So I didn't want him to be Nathan. He's not a Nathan. He's a Mason.
So
I like it.
The middle name then is homage to the game, not
Yeah.
anyone in family or anything like that. I got so much crap from my family that none of my kids' middle names were named after any of my relatives.
Your relatives suck.
I'm like, I don't care.
I don't like
Have
any
you
of them.
seen Von Miller? Like, come on.
It's friggin' sweet. Okay.
Dude, it's
No, so you remember when Reggie was going to be born, the whole fiasco of Jack, and I wanted it Jack Travis.
It's still Jack. He will always be Jack to me. I will call him by his
What up,
name.
Jack?
Right?
But one day it's gonna slip.
So just today at work, we were talking about baby names, and I got a coworker who's engaged to get married here soon. And she said, she's like, oh, I've always loved the name Jack too. And then she's like, my soon-to-be father-in-law, his name is Travis. She's like, so I'll do Jack Travis in honor of you. And I'm like, I don't know if I like that or not.
Right?
You can't have
You're
Jack
just,
Travis.
You're just a thief. Now you're just stealing.
Hey man, nickname JT for short. That's friggin' sweet.
Dude, Scarlett was calling him Macy today. She's like,
Macy.
Macy. And Shaylee's like, stop. That's a girl's name.
You know what? So both of my boys, like, unintentionally get girl names because Reggie will call Jude Judy. and then
I was thinking Judith for some reason.
That's hilarious.
Judith.
That's always my name when I put on a wig is Judy.
That's right.
yeah, so he's Judy, and then Jenny will call Reggie Regina. Like
Regina George.
Regina George.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
Oh, that's hilarious. What was your
Oh.
name? Judy and Bridget.
Bridget. Yep, Bridget.
Bridget?
Bridget. No, but it's, dude, Layla loves him. He's her baby. Like anytime she's around him, she's up on him. She'll literally like go up and like put her forehead on his forehead.
Aw.
And she'll like put her hand in his face and she's like, hi.
How old is she now?
She's only 19
2?
months.
Dang.
So she's not even 2 yet.
Yeah, she won't be 2 till July.
That's the gap between Kelsey and Reggie is 19 months.
Yeah.
That's the gap between Micah and Paige.
I'm excited because it's cool.
It's a nice
So
gap.
fun.
Yeah.
Honestly, because at least for us, like Micah and Paige, they were so close in age that they are like naturally just really great friends.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's fun to watch.
That's so fun.
But yeah, he gets lots of love. The girls just love him.
How great.
I
I forget that
He looks
you-
like such a little old man. It's hilarious. And he
you
always
like-
makes. He's
you
always
my
like,
comment.
yeah,
He's got his father's hair.
Yes, that was great.
yeah, that's pretty funny.
I showed
I
Jess,
feel like he has the most hair out of all of them, or the darkest at least.
I showed Jess that before I said to him, like, should I? She's like, that's pretty funny. She's like, throw a heart on the end of it. That'll make it funnier. And I was like, okay.
Good old emojis saving the day.
Oh, that's so awesome. But yeah, man, that wiener is a whole other thing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
So tell me this. So when he was first born, his balls were huge, huge, and we found out later that it's like a fluid.
Retaining water.
Yeah, it's the fluid that helps him, move down from the kidneys, kind of thing. But like all of the first diapers, I literally open it up and I'm like, bro, stop pooping on your balls,
It
man.
doesn't
Yeah.
stop. It
Come
doesn't stop.
on.
It won't stop.
Picking out of that wad of gum. You're
Oh,
like,
dude,
come
it's
on.
so bad.
When you would call it a wad of gum, I
Yeah.
never understood what you meant until I had Lucas. And
Yeah.
I'm like, I get it.
Yeah, dude,
It looks like a
literally.
chewed up wad of
It's an
gum.
empty sack, and you're just like cleaning
Yeah,
it.
dude. Especially that tar poop at the
Oh,
beginning.
yeah.
Oh, it's awful.
Oh yeah, and so he, because we didn't stay 2 days, they waited till his second week to do the circumcision. Which did you guys watch?
Yeah.
No.
Oh my gosh, it was horrifying.
Yeah,
Did they use the little metal clamp thing?
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so I watched,
Oh.
man. I had to do my due diligence as a father. I had to make sure they did a good job, man.
Dude, my mouth was open.
I
the
was
whole
like,
time.
hey, what's that?
What's that little tag there? Get that little dinglinger off. Not the whole dinglinger.
So
the
it
dinglinger
looks,
on the
it
dinglinger.
looks like they're gonna behead it. Is what?
Oh
it looks
yeah,
like.
dude. They put
it
the
like
freaking.
it like it's like clamps down around it.
It looks like they put a socket. Like they got a socket wrench
Yeah.
looking thing. They pull down the snuffleupagus. They stick the friggin' socket wrench on it on the top and let the snuffleupagus
The
come back
collar.
over it. And then they
then-
put this weird clamp thing that like holds it, and then they just slice.
Yep.
Oh my gosh! And then he like puts it on the table. And is like, there, you want to see? I was like, oh no, bro.
The worst part
looks like
for
an
me-
eyelid.
I mean,
It was
so
gross.
granted, that part was bad, but the worst part for me was right before that. They take the needle and they numb it.
Oh yeah. Oh, dude, right?
Good heavens.
Needles
I'm
in
so glad I didn't
Dude,
watch.
and there's this like apparatus where they have their legs tied down and like almost straight jacketed and just willy nilly just hanging out, and you're like, poor guy.
I had that for my
Well, he-
vasectomy.
He did
Not
not.
really.
He did not cry the entire time.
Yeah, they numb it so they don't feel anything.
He only got annoyed when he was cleaning him up because it was cold.
Yeah, exactly. The worst part, though, I mean, and you're going through it, is
The Vaseline.
postpartum, the Vaseline. or
Freaking
not
so much
postpartum.
Vaseline.
Dude, have you heard
post-surgery.
sometimes they have to redo it? Like, because sometimes, it, like with Reggie, his started to like grow back to like connecting to like
Resilient.
the head of it
Oh, yeah.
in a sense. And
You just got to be a little aggressive with it.
well, so Jenny did that, and the doctor was like, "Don't do that. Like you'll like tear him and stuff." And he's like, "Just let it go, and as he grows, it'll separate." And so we're like, "Okay." And sure enough, like it's fine now. But
Sorry, Lucas.
So much, right? Sorry, bud. So much freaking Vaseline though. So they showed us how to do the Vaseline, right? Well, like the last few days, he keeps peeing out of his diaper.
Yeah.
And we're like, what the freak is happening?
Vaseline's
We're tucking it and all this stuff.
irrigating it out.
I finally realized, I'm like, wait a second. Vaseline is like water, like resistant. Like,
Yeah. It's a
so all it's
dispenser.
doing is just pushing it out the side. So I was like, just do a narrow strip and let the sides absorb.
Yep.
And he's fine.
there you go.
But he's a little champ.
That's awesome.
The funniest part is so when we brought Lucas home, I had always heard about the geyser when you're changing the diaper or whatever, and all of a sudden it just starts peeing and it shoots up. I remember very first week I was changing him and I was so used to the girls. And sure enough, we had a geyser and it shot up so freaking high. And I was like, oh God. And I like, you're trying to like cover it and you're getting splashed with pee. And anyway, but that was the only time that's ever happened. It happened one time. Never again since then has he peed on the table.
Yep. I had it happen once right away, but I had the diaper, you expose it and then started. So I put the diaper back.
Yeah.
No problem. But the other day, like a few days ago, Shaylee was changing him. Poor kid peed on his own face. He's sitting there and all of a sudden it's just, and he's like, and she's like, no.
I think I've been peed on more by my girls. And I think it's because I don't expect it. But it's like, even without a hose, it's still arches like pretty good.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe we wait too long. Our kids haven't peed on the table in a long. I mean, our two girls don't now, but I feel like the trick is you just wait a little longer than you think, and you don't have any issues.
Like after they go.
Well, just like if you're gonna change a poopy diaper, wait a little bit longer. Make sure it's all.
Let him actually finish.
Yeah.
Problem is Layla's to the point though where like she'll just take her diaper off if she doesn't. Like if she pees in it, she's like, I don't like this. And you see her, she'll grab the like little tab, and I'm like, hey, don't do it. And she'll grin and run down the hallway, and then you hear that, and then she runs out, and she's like, ah! I'm like, you turd.
No, that's back there.
Dude, today she did it. She had a poopy bomb. I was like, gosh, dang it.
You want to know something great that happened to me over the last little bit? We are done with diapers. Reggie's potty trained.
Very nice, man.
So excited.
Very nice.
Oh, that's so nice.
We tried to do it over Christmas break because we're like, okay, Jenny doesn't have work. Kids are home from school. Like, routine will be easy. And he was not getting it. Like, it was one of those things, like, leading up to it, he was showing enough signs that we're like, I think we can do it. Week and a half, we'll really buckle down. We'll stay dedicated. And he just was not getting it.
Did you do the Cheerios?
Huh?
That's what I want to do, is the Cheerios.
No, we didn't even think of that.
Oh man, I didn't
You
think
gotta
about
shoot
that.
him down, man.
Oh my gosh.
Kind of along those lines, though. So it didn't work during that Christmas break passes, everything like that. But then it wasn't like maybe a week later that all of a sudden he said something like, I got to go potty. And we're like, okay. And so he goes and everything. But his thing was just like he would pull his pants down, sit on the toilet, and like push to get pee out. Like he'd push and he'd be like, my belly hurts. And it's like, well, stop pushing, dude. Like just, and so Jenny would like talk to him and be like, relax and let it just flow kind of thing.
Gonna give himself a hemorrhoid?
Yeah. But what ended up working, so in our bathroom, we have a little step stool so they can reach the sink and whatnot. I ended up standing him on the step stool. And I sat there and I gave him a pep talk. I was like, pretend like you're in the shower. How do you pee when you're in the shower? And it worked. Like all of a sudden he just relaxed as if he was in the shower, started to go. I'm like, great. This is awesome.
Nice.
That's awesome.
And then, it wasn't, honestly, we probably had it done in 4 or 5 days. He was good to go.
Wow, that's
Hasn't
awesome.
had a single, like, so it's like during the day is one thing, but then it's like, okay, we're still going to put him in diapers at night. We don't know what the nighttime routine, but he went probably 3 full nights with a dry diaper. So we're like, all right, let's try it out. And I think during the day, he had 1 poop accident. And I was so mad because I'm like, it wasn't even like an accident. Like he sat in the corner and just shit. I'm like, gosh, dang it. I'm like, dude. I'm like, and stuff. And so like he had that one and then he peed once. And then since then, I think he's had 2 pee accidents, but it was strictly just because he couldn't get his pants off fast enough. Like he was running to the bathroom and
we've
stuff,
all been there.
Right. But aside from that, he's been good. I'm like, this is so great. I'm so excited to be done. Ugh. Nice. And not only, I was telling Zach on the way here, I'm like, not only is it like done now, but it's like done forever. Like knowing that we're done having kids and everything. So it's like, it's not like, okay, we're done now until we have another baby. It's like, no, we are done. Mm-hmm. It's great. And we found out that Costco will refund the full amount of diapers if you have at least half of it.
Really?
So like Costco diapers come in 2 sleeves. If you have an unopened sleeve, they'll refund you the full amount.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
So we
That's
got
good to
back
know.
like $90 because we had a whole box and a half. And so they rebated us basically 2 boxes worth.
Wow.
Wow.
It was great.
Yeah, diapers are expensive. I don't know.
So what you're
I'm-
saying is, you use one sleeve, return it by another box. Use one sleeve, return it by another box. And you just repeat.
Don't you ruin this for the masses, Cam. There's always one person.
Did you see this last Christmas? I saw a thing that it was like the mass returns of Costco Christmas trees. People would buy fake trees at the beginning of the season, put it up, celebrate all that stuff. Then after Christmas, return it and get their full refund.
Oh, that's garbage.
Right?
You know what?
He's one
Okay,
of them.
this gave me a no.
Wow.
We have a tree from like Hobby Lobby. It is the saddest looking thing ever.
That's us too. We've had the same tree our entire marriage.
But freaking rental program. Why not just rent out fake
they do.
trees?
They have a rental program, but for real trees. Did you know that?
I don't want the real trees though.
You can rent a
It's too
real
sticky.
tree while it's small enough to fit in your living room. Then at the end of the season, they'll come pick it up and they'll actually go plant it in the forest.
You can plant a cut down
That's
tree.
pretty cool.
I thought once
think
the roots
I
are-
think they give you like probably it in a thing with the roots and everything.
probably still
okay,
growing.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's not a bad idea.
That's not a bad idea.
Like even just like you could be a whole just decoration, like a holiday decoration rental agency.
You know what? I mean, they do it with Christmas lights. So why not all of it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like
It's
an interior decorator, but for holidays.
Yeah.
They come in, they deck out your house, and then at the end they come
and
in.
they just own all the stuff.
Because, dude, those guys that do Christmas lights, they make a killing. They custom make the lights for your house, and if you don't want them left on, they'll come and take it down at the end of the season, keep it in a storage space for you. And
We had them come out and quote us because I'm not climbing on our roof.
yeah,
Well, don't
And-
your lights do it? Or is this
we
before
don't,
that?
We don't have the trim lights. I have trim lights in like my shed. I just haven't installed them yet.
I thought you did it.
But
Like the jellyfish lighting.
but
or
honestly, I'm kind of over that stuff. I like living. I don't know if it's living in this neighborhood, but I love the nostalgia of the imperfect Christmas lights.
whatever. Oh yeah,
I love the when you're looking at someone's
yes.
house and one light's up and one's
No.
down, and and
1000%. Or like the
it
icicle
just
lights. I think
feels
are
so
some of the
much
coolest.
more. I think it's because of the effort.
Yeah,
I think that's what kind of makes
But-
it more magical.
But it is true. Like I see all those like jellyfish lighting or whatever, like all of those lights, and I'm like, it's cool, but they do look just cookie cutter manufactured. You know
and
what I
that's
mean?
the problem. I think the big downhill for me is when businesses started using it for marketing. Like you go, like Burger Bar has it around theirs. I just noticed today
Yeah.
they have their jellyfish lights, and you got the dentist offices and all these things.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, I don't want my house to look like an office building.
Let's just make it okay to leave Christmas lights up all year.
Yeah.
You just don't turn them on.
So what I was going to say is we had those guys come out to bid us on our house. It was $800.
holy hell!
I was like,
Is that like all together, like the lights and the installing? Or?
Yeah.
That's not horrible.
What?
Honestly, I thought I would have thought it would be more expensive.
I would have expected like a $1,500 to $2,000
Yeah.
for your house.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
I
I,
don't know. Okay, maybe I'm being a cheapskate now.
I mean, 800 is still a lot.
It was,
is.
I would look. I was like, oh my god.
When you could do it yourself at the risk of your life. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
that's true.
cheaper.
I put my own up on our Roy house just because that was an easy one to get up. But this one, yeah,
If
definitely.
anything, just build houses that have hooks around the gutters.
You know, I saw this
And then you could
contraption
just like,
well, the hooks
where
are the
they
easy
literally
part.
use like an extension, and you like run your lights, and yeah, you have a house
go.
with the hooks,
Yeah.
and the person just runs an extension pole with the lights running. You know, connect them all.
yeah,
It was
because I
funny.
think the icicle lights look way cooler. They're like dangling
They
in
are
different
fun.
shapes and stuff.
At our Roy house, I had a big long extension cord that ran. So I had the lights on the front of the house, and then the extension cord ran over the roof, down, hanging over the back, and then I'd plug them in on the back, so you couldn't see like cords
Makes
hanging down.
sense.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But now on new houses, they've got the outlets up there, right
Yeah.
there, so you just. But no, with our new house, we just we purposely did a lot of Eve lights.
Yeah.
And one day I'm hoping to have smart lights in there. So then that'll be my decorations. I'm not.
Yeah.
As funny as it is, we have ours done, but I just do warm white for Christmas because I like the white. I like the white look.
Like the vintage Christmas. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the warm, the really
I
warm.
want to accentuate the Christmas tree in the window, and so
I mean, I did this last year. I did get some smart Christmas tree lights.
oh, that's
It's like nano leaf Christmas
Yeah,
tree
yeah.
lights. They're fantastic.
yeah.
Freaking love them. You get all the things, all the different colors, timer, all that stuff.
Oh man.
Yeah, our Christmas tree is the classic where you got the color-coded branches and you hook them into the
Oh,
the
yeah.
actual shaft of the tree, and then you
Yes,
have to
I want
open
that.
each
Oh,
branch.
I was going to tell you guys. I was actually going
love
to tell you
those.
guys in a group message because so we went out. Gosh, it was maybe 2 weeks ago. I get Jess flowers from this shop over here, and they also have like loads of decorations for each holiday, and they even sell their own Christmas trees. They have these really high end, really beautiful Christmas trees, and here in January they were 70% off. Like we got
They're fake?
yeah. And they're like super nice OLED lights, really nice, really real looking and all this stuff. And it was like $200.
Holy crap.
I was like,
I want the
oh,
ones I've seen on the internet that have the wheels on the bottom and it like folds up and then you bring it out and then it like drops itself.
wheels.
Yeah, so it's on like the base of it is on like a casters kind of thing. I think they probably come off, but basically the tree is like it's automated. So it when you store it, it pushes everything up by itself. So it's like
Really?
takes up little space, but you open it up and it like each level like drops and then spreads out, and the next one drops, spread, drop,
my
spread, drop,
heck.
spread.
I mean, here's the thing.
It's freaking sick.
That sounds like a Dr. Seuss thing.
It's dope.
I'm all for smart home stuff, but that's way too many moving parts for me to be
Dude, if
comfortable.
it could put it
like that thing's gonna
if
break
it-
in 2
If
years.
it had like the same intelligence as the vacuums, and it could just put itself where it goes, worth it.
But see, then now you're getting rid of the Christmas spirit.
Hey, hey,
Now
Christmas
you're
tree,
getting
set
rid of
yourself
too
up.
Much. You get
Got
rid of
it.
too much.
You just
Oh, you still put ornaments
Google it's
on
Christmas time. All your ornaments and stuff come out. Like
it. It's like one of those weird stop motion commercials where it's just like moving on the ground and
you do it when your family's not paying attention. Like, oh my gosh! Oh.
tinsel's just creeping up on them.
Let's catch Zach up on this conversation. So, how is Katie potty trained yet? How's she doing? How's she doing on that
Dude,
front?
I was gonna say I haven't had to deal with this stuff for like 5 years now.
Okay,
so
all right. How's your Christmas lights? Here's your Christmas tree.
I ain't got none.
Was this your first Christmas
Oh, my
in this
Christmas
house?
tree's still up.
He's the old miser.
It's still up right
Yeah.
now.
Dang.
Really?
They call it a pine tree now.
Yeah, it's my tree now.
For real?
Yeah.
It's a winter solstice tree.
I've been lazy. I haven't wanted to take it down.
I mean, here's the thing. So when we bought that new one,
You know,
we
there's
put
trees
it up.
that'll take themselves down.
We bought that new one, set it up just to make sure it worked,
Yeah.
and we left it up for like 2 weeks because it was just nice having something in a barren house. It feels so bare in the house. You know, it's empty. There's no snow out, so it just looks dreary.
It's just a dry, cold winter.
Oh, I hate
This
it.
winter sucks.
This winter has been the worst.
Boo.
Is this your first Christmas in this house?
Uh-huh.
How'd it go?
And
It was good.
Yeah.
did you have a good Christmas?
Yeah. We went to Disneyland, so yeah.
Just you and Kara, though,
Oh,
right?
Huh?
Took the
Just
family.
you and Kara, right?
No, we took the family.
Oh, I thought it was just you and her.
That's
Nice.
Yeah, that's a expensive Christmas.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Merry Christmas to
Than
them.
just Christmas.
Good thing I got a good tax
Let's hear
return.
about it. I want to hear about it, man.
Disneyland?
Yeah.
Slapped my oldest child the whole time.
What? Well, I guess we know who they're going to call the abuser this time.
It's only because she was mad because she wasn't tall enough to ride the ride.
How tall is she?
She's there now. She's like 5'1" now.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, she's just as high.
She had a little growth spurt.
Jess is 5'2".
Yeah.
That's funny.
I'm nervous, man. I think Lucas is going to be like 5'4". I think he's
Oh,
gonna be
man.
short, man.
You get him in the gym as soon as possible.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a short king for sure.
No, he's going to be one of those. If you get him in the gym too soon, he's going to be one of those guys buying a big truck to compensate. And
That's what I'm saying. I think I was talking to Kaylee just like 2 nights ago because she's like, how was it? She's like, my friend my friend said that I should be hitting my growth spurt soon. And I was like, I think you might have already hit that growth spurt, honey. And she's like, no. Like, she's so annoyed because she wants to be taller. And I'm like,
Kaylee?
yeah. I'm like, I don't know. I think
How
you might
tall
be.
is she?
I think you might be done.
How tall is she?
I think she's. I don't know the exact number. She's close to Shaylee. I think she's like
How old is she?
5'2" or something like that. 13.
She might have a little bit
Maybe
more.
she's
Katie's
cute. I don't-
14, and she's still hitting a little bit of a spurt. So
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Brindley would be.
It's
a
funny, but I
giant.
think Kaylee's going to be the shortest.
You think?
I think Scarlett's for sure going to be taller, because Scarlett's always been in the 90s across like.
Lucas is still in the 1 percentile in height.
Ding,
Yeah, dude, he's a shorty.
ding.
I'm gonna have to get that dude into guns and and like
not Ronnie. Ronnie was the 90th percentile in everything.
Mm-hmm.
Across the board.
all of our kids
Yeah.
have been
Still too,
short.
right?
Huh?
I said still too, right?
Yeah,
She towers over.
Oh,
her
and Layla's in
Yeah.
the 80s. I don't know what Mason's in right now, but yeah, I think Kaylee might end up being the shortest one in the family.
How tall, Shaylee?
She's like 5. I think she says 4 3/4 or something like that.
And how old was?
She's just trying to get to Harry
or,
Potter.
I mean, how tall was SD?
I think he's my height, like
SD?
5'11",
Stepdad?
sperm donor.
Sperm donor.
Oh. I was like, wait, what?
I was like trying to put that one together too.
Super dicks.
That too.
Super douche.
That's the one.
Super
Yep.
douche. Yeah, I think just right around there,
How tall? Sorry, did you say
like
he
5'11", 6 foot. I think.
Huh.
Well, then maybe she got her mom's
I don't
genes
know.
because
But she
I was
also,
thinking if he was short, then yeah, she's doomed from the get go. But
yeah,
Not necessarily. Sometimes
That's true.
I feel like kids get genes from down the line.
right from the ancestors.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm hoping.
Like my sister's really short, but yet both of my parents are pretty tall.
I'm the tallest one in my family.
your sister's not that short.
I definitely
She's
got
short.
it from
How tall is
like
she?
my mom's side of the family. Like I look like some of my mom's uncles and like other stuff. Like my brother got my dad's side of the stuff, the good stuff. I got the other stuff. They're all slender and like
I got the good genes.
my mom's got all the bulky people on her side. Stocky.
Bulk up, baby.
Hey, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm working on.
Come on.
That's what I'm working on.
Telling you, I want a Marvel summer, baby. I want all of us to be
I mean,
jacked.
I'm been going to the gym.
I want-
I've
Back
got
at the
Thor
gym,
going.
baby.
Like
yeah,
Like
Endgame
Endgame
Thor.
I got you.
got
I
bro
got
Thor.
you. Okay.
Getting back at the gym. ChatGPT
Yeah, dude.
carving me out a nice routine. I was talking to it today.
That's the
Going for that.
biggest
Going
hack.
for that. What was it? I told it to give me. I wanted to lift heavy because I want power and longevity.
Uh-huh.
And so I'm having it do a mix of heavy lifting and hypertrophy lifting.
Nice.
What's hypertrophy?
So hypertrophy is when you cause micro tears in your muscle from lifting, and that's what makes them regrow bigger.
Yeah.
So,
So
like,
that-
do you
that's
lift
what-
heavy to do that?
No, lifting heavy is for power. So lifting heavy is what really gives you strength.
You
and
laughing
power.
at me?
no, I'm laughing at an ad I saw.
Go ahead.
But-
go ahead. Expand real
go ahead.
fast. Sidebar.
Before we
Let's
return.
hear this. Ad
Clicked. Apparently, that's the new way to get a bigger penis.
hypertrophy.
Yes, you
You got to micro tear it.
got to micro tear it. So.
You just hang a towel over
Is
it.
this a
Just
real
like
thing?
I'm
flex-
dead serious. Like it's an ad I saw. It was
Oh
on
my
like
gosh.
Twitter or whatever.
You just throw a
And it
towel
was
over
like-
it and you kegel.
Yeah, it was like
So Chris has been right this whole time.
Yeah.
You
was
got to
like-
give it some abs.
Kegels, man.
it was like when you're hard, like you like stretch it somehow. I don't know. You got to slowly tear
It's called
the
a
muscles
Swiss
in
pump,
there,
baby.
and then it grows bigger. It
kidding.
grows back. The muscles grow back in it, and it grows bigger.
The problem is,
God.
are there even that many muscles in it?
I don't know.
I didn't think there was any.
I don't think there were any. The whole.
I don't know, but apparently that's what it said is you can grow it bigger by tearing stuff.
What
And
did you see this on?
I like Twitter or something. I don't know. It was an ad
So we know you
somewhere.
tried it. Is it working?
Come on, we need facts here. Are we talking? Are we
Did you
talking?
pull on it harder? Stretch it out?
Yeah, stretch it out harder. Just
Or did you break it?
yank on it harder.
Are we talking quarter inch? Or are we talking like?
You just got to pop it twice a day instead of one.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
I'm up to like 4 times a day. Thank you.
I forgot you do that.
I did too. That's why
What
when
in
he
the
said
world?
that, I was,
Oh my gosh! I finally got rid of that memory camp.
Welcome back.
You
It's
brought it back.
returned.
How do you pop it?
No, we don't care.
It's not hard. I mean, it is hard, but it's not. Yeah,
It's like when you're erected, you push it down.
you got to push it inwards and down.
Why would you do that?
I don't know.
It was
Does
an
it feel
accident.
good?
No, I did it one time when I was like stretching. It's like first thing in the morning, you got that morning stuff going on, and I just kind of stretched and had it down there, and you just kind of pushed down, it popped, and I was like, ooh.
Oh my! But you do it now. Why?
It's like popping a knuckle. I don't know.
It's a kink, you know.
Why do you ask questions to which you don't actually want to know the answer?
I do want to know the answer though. I'm curious. I want to know. New kink.
What's the sound effect it does with that? Like when they develop it.
Oh,
Yeah, just
The Xbox.
stretch it.
The Xbox
oh, I love it.
achievement unlocked.
Yeah.
That's funny. That is great.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, wait, hold on. Wait, where were you? What
We
were
were
you
talking
We're talking about
the type of lifting.
Yeah,
Right,
lifting.
right.
So
Hypertrophy.
So heavy lifting, you do a heavy weight, which is usually like 75 to 90% of your like 1 rep max.
Yeah.
And you do that for like 3 to 6 reps is all. So that builds power, that gives you strength. But then hypertrophy is you lift it about, it's like 60 to 80, 75% of your 1 rep max, and you do it for like 8 to 12 reps. So higher reps, lower weight, and lower rest. With heavy, you usually rest like 2 to 3 minutes between sets. With the hypertrophy, it's only like 30 seconds. But the lower weight and more reps is what tears more, and so that's what's building. When your muscle builds itself again, it's increasing in size.
Right.
But you want both. You want a mixture of both. Because having larger muscles means less injuries, and it helps you lift heavier, obviously. So you have a mixture of both. So when you do your compound movements, your squats, your bench press, like that stuff where you're utilizing more than one muscle group, that's when you lift really heavy. And then when you're doing focus, like when you're just doing bicep, then you want to do hypertrophy or just, triceps or whatever. Like then you switch to the other one.
Gotcha. Okay.
Then you get buff and sexy.
What were you?
Quit looking at me.
What were you looking at?
Nothing.
Okay.
I was reading the headline. I actually want to share it a little bit later.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like next episode or this episode?
Whenever it feels right to share, I'm just going to share it.
It's going to happen.
Yeah.
Stick around and maybe next time.
We're leaving you on the edge of your seats, guys.
I'm actually hoping to kind of do it this one. It's pretty significant. So.
Okay.
Well, how about right
I mean,
now?
it is up to you. We're talking about it now.
I was just gonna say.
When the time is right. I know we're talking about it right now, but
I didn't want to get off the personal talk, okay?
oh, okay.
Go for it.
Any other personal talk?
I personally
All
want
right,
to know
well.
about his his article.
No, what was Katie doing in Disney that was upsetting you?
Just
right.
being a typical
Teenager.
teenager. Constantly on her phone. Something would happen, and Kara likes to live vicariously sometimes through Katie. So at
Meaning
the time, she had a boyfriend. And so then Katie would be like, oh, this is so cute for him. Mom, leave it alone. Don't talk to me about it. And then she'd get pissed off, and then I'd have to do the thing where I'd put my arm around her, and we'd walk ahead of the group. And
Kara?
No. Yes, Kara. Leave your daughter alone.
Kara, it's okay. She thinks you're cool. You're a cool
Yeah,
mom.
you are a cool mom.
You're saying this like I know that I have not visited this world yet. You're on a
great.
different planet than me.
Dude, it sucks.
1,000%.
Sucks.
1,000%.
And it's stupid things, like the stupidest things set her off. And then she gets pissed off, and it's like at the end of the world. And like there was one point we were walking in front of Splash Mountain and on our way over into Star Wars Land. And I literally put my arm around Katie and I walked ahead of the group and I was like, knock it the hell off. And she looked at me and I was like, I am not kidding, child. I was like, you're in Disneyland. Like, because I can't remember what it was. Kara had said something and it just set Katie off. And she just was not enjoying her day, like being pissed off, being mean to us. And then in turn, it was like ruining Kara's day. And I'm like, we're in Disneyland. I was like,
The happiest effing place on earth.
It's a contradiction.
so, but she, like, after that, I think, like, something finally clicked. But it took me, like, literally, I was that dad, how you get sometimes with that 5-year-old child dragging him through the crowd with your arm over him, like, knock it off. You're yelling at him. I was that to my 14-year-old daughter.
Here, I've got something for you. It's a piece of my doll hidden in a piece of cheese. I think if you take this, you won't bitch quite so much.
Oh my
Should have got her
gosh.
that.
I'm so glad
You
to hear
remember
that,
that?
honestly, though. Because Brinley will get on these, and it doesn't even necessarily have to be that time of the month either. It could just teenager, and it's just like, oh my gosh, why are you so mad? And then there's times it's like, Brinley, what's wrong? Nothing. No, something's wrong. You're acting. Nope, I'm fine. Okay.
Yep.
And then I'm just like, I'm dropping it then.
Yep.
We're done here. Like, oh.
That's Katie lately too, and she got diagnosed with ADHD, and they wanted to put her on just a small dose of medication to kind of help balance things out. And she, for some reason, when it comes to medication, she does not want to do it. Like, she refuses. And
No, I mean, I get it, man. I never wanted to take
No,
medication as a
pills
kid
are
either.
annoying.
no, but we got her to do it for a month, and we saw a huge significant change in her, like the way she acted, like her computer, like her work at home, all that stuff, like at school, all that stuff. And she's like, I don't see a change. And I'm like, well, me and your mom do, so you're going to continue taking these pills. My body, my choice, and I choose what goes into my body. Ugh, no, you don't. You do, but gosh.
To a
like,
Doesn't work like that.
yeah.
Your body, your choice. Your body better find a different place to live.
Well, that's what I told her. I said, your body, your choice. I said, great, then you need to take care of it. And I was like, we tried telling her, and like, I've tried to give her the freedom of the choice, like the space, like, okay. But I'm like, something's imbalanced up there. And I know a lot of it's hormones, a lot of it's being a teenager. But when we did see a whole change in her schoolwork and her attitude and how she was doing things, I was like, okay, well, they're helping out, like a little bit. And she's like, I don't want to be on pills for the rest of my life. And I'm like, I'm not saying you have to be. Like, this is just something to help you get through the next few years, and you can probably get off of them. Like,
Yeah, I don't know.
That's
I
such
don't
a
know
hard
anything
one.
about that world.
Yeah, that one's such a hard one because, like, gosh.
well, and it's difficult too, because I've got a buddy who friends with since I was like first grade. He got diagnosed with ADHD as an adult, and now he's on medication for it and stuff like that. And he flat out, I was talking to him about it. He's like, I wish my parents would have even looked into this when I was back in junior high and high school. He's like, it would have changed my life.
See, and then I also hear all the other stories where like people are like, it made me a zombie.
Yeah.
They're like, it took away their personality.
Yeah.
It
That's
just made
actually-
them a weird machine, and like, or people that are addicted to Adderall now because of it. Like,
Yeah.
there's so much. And the only thing I'm always afraid of is that some doctors are just like, oh, ADHD, I'm sure it's ADHD. Here, take this. Like, how do I know they're doing their due diligence to truly figure out what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know about that stuff. ADHD is just like a slippery slope to me.
Well, and it's, I mean,
Because I think, personally, I think I have it. Because my mind wanders
see, I always wonder too.
all
Yeah.
the time.
I literally see all those dumb things on Instagram, and I'm like, I mean, I do that.
I'm doing it right
But
now.
then I'm like, nah, I'm good though.
So Brinley was diagnosed with it too, and the doctor said he's like, it's genetic. So he's like, he looks at Jenny and I, he's like, so which one of you had it or has it? And we both look at each
They
other.
both looked at him and went,
Yeah,
what?
we look at each other, look back at him. I don't know, but now I'm thinking I do. Like, it's one of those things, because I'm thinking back to my school life, because they like send you home with a packet that you like fill out, and it's like as I'm answering the questions, I'm like, oh, I do that. Oh my god, I must have it. Like as I'm reading this packet, but it's like very.
But
I
then
don't
it's
know.
also like, look at how many distractions we have.
Yeah.
Period.
yeah.
The nice thing with
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
I literally sit in front of I sit in front of my TV with my computer on a tray in front of me and my phone in my hand.
Yeah. So
Of course, I got ADHD. I got 3 things trying to grab my attention.
Yeah, I'm gonna derail this just for a quick second because that brought up a really good point. So Jess and I have been watching Sopranos, which was a 1990s era.
1900s.
I've always wanted to
Good
watch
era.
that.
Yeah, 1900s.
Is it good?
Oh, dude, it's fantastic.
Yeah, I've always
watch
wanted
that
to
one.
watch
But
that.
here's the
I'll
thing.
throw it on there.
So fair warning to any of you who might take this recommendation. Lots of boobs. Every single episode, multiple boobs.
You don't need to sweeten the deal. I was already
Okay.
going to watch it.
Start watching it tomorrow.
I'm just saying, fair
to the
warning.
top of the list.
Because the mob operates out of a stripper place. And so
I was gonna say, is it
Common
like
gun.
Game of Thrones boobs or is it just boobs?
it's all kinds of boobs. Oh. But it takes a whole different
You know what I mean
spin.
by Game of Thrones boobs? It's like porn boobs in Game of Thrones.
Okay.
I don't know what the difference is.
I'm trying to figure out the difference.
I don't know what the difference is. But here's where I'm
It's
getting at.
90s boobs.
Makes sense in my head. All right, that works.
So
Silicone was all the rage.
I don't know. But here's the thing. So Sopranos, being that it was made in the 90s, far slower than a lot of sitcoms today.
Oh.
Like they didn't quite have the formula yet. They didn't have the hook, line, sinker moments. They didn't have the cliffhanger moments until later on into the series. But the whole series is phenomenal. The writing is really, really good. And in a way, it reminded me, I had told Cam this, it reminds me of Game of Thrones in that you have the multiple family aspect with the territories and like people trying to become, captain or whatever. And so, oh shoot, what was I going to say about it? Oh no, I lost my train of thought.
Here goes
Something
that
about
ADHD.
So the whole ADHD thing, we were watching an episode last night, and they're sitting down at their breakfast table. And granted, this is late 90s, right? So as per usual at the time, no cell phones, no laptops, nothing else. Like the internet was one specific location in the house. And you had to go to that location to get on the internet. And then when you left it, you were gone. Like you were no longer connected. And so we were watching them have this breakfast moment where they're eating orange juice and eating oatmeal and looking at the newspaper. And we just looked at each other like, that looks wonderful.
Oh, fantastic.
It looks so peaceful. And anyway, so, but that to say, the 90s sitcom is great in that it's slower paced. Like it's not, constant, but it's slowly building these stories and these personalities that you learn to love. And I don't know, I really love it. It's so great. And the twist that is immediate, this isn't like a hidden twist, but something I didn't expect, was in the very first episode, and it's been true throughout the series as I've been watching it, is the main character, who is the mob boss, goes in to see a therapist. And it is exploring his psychiatric side of things, his psych. And it's very
Is
interesting.
that James Gandolfini's character?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and he is
Finnick.
fantastic.
Oh yeah.
He's great. But I've really loved it. The slower pace thing has been really great. I've loved it.
Well, and like with Kaylee, because that makes me think of this. Like last year, sorry, Kaylee, her grades were not great. It's first year junior high. It was
Katie.
garbage. And she was doing cheer and she was on 2 teams. Like it was a lot going on. So this year we actually switched her phone out for an Apple Watch. So she doesn't have a phone, but she has an Apple Watch that has a phone number. So she can still text, she can still call. She uses AirPods with it. But this year she has had straight A's all year. And she's focused on it. When she's at home, she's doing one of 3 things basically. She's either watching a show with me or with Shaylee, all together. We've been watching shows together. Or she's writing her own book right now. She's 20,000 words into it. Or she's reading. This girl reads, we gave her 4 books for Christmas. She read them in a week.
Wow.
Holy
All
crap.
4 of them.
That's Micah.
So I literally I look at it and I'm like, I love you not having a phone.
Yeah.
This is so great. You're such a different person.
Yeah.
And I feel like we could have gone down the rabbit hole of ADHD before.
Yeah.
But now that we kind of got rid of that and she's just opening up into reading and writing and actually wanting to spend time with us and watch shows together and stuff. Like, I honestly don't even want to give her one. Like, I want to go as long as I can and not have her have a phone.
See, it's interesting because Brinley's we gave her a phone right around when she started junior high. So it's like you could almost put the two together in a way. But
you did end up getting her a phone?
Yeah, we did a little while ago. It was when she went into 7th grade. And so yeah, it does. It makes me curious on that, how much of it is because of the phone. But we do have limitations on her phone. Like, she can only be on it for 2 hours a day.
Yeah.
And then when it kicks her out, she can make phone calls. But other than that, she can't really do much.
And we had that on Kaylee's phone too before, but somehow it would, like, I don't know. She would still like have it always, kind of like, I mean, it's hard too, because it's like kind of like we do.
Oh yeah.
We are like that.
Katie's called us out on that before.
Like, well, and I even catch myself, like, I'll be watching a show that I'm really into, and then all of a sudden, and I'm like on Instagram, and I'm like, what am I doing? I'm watching a show, and I like this show.
I hate that.
And I'm like, why did I do that?
Especially because I'll miss a good part. Like, oh, gosh dang it, put it away. Like,
and then every time you miss a part, you have to rewind like 4 times.
Yes.
Because your brain misses it over and over and over. And you're like,
there's times. So I'll watch movies on my phone.
Dumb.
I'll watch movies on my phone at work, like on my lunch breaks. No joke. There's times there will be like a slow part in the movie that I'll like go to reach for my phone, and I'm like, I'm watching my phone.
Dude, it's so dumb.
Yeah,
So
1000%. I'm addicted to this thing, and I hate it.
Yeah.
I mean, and you and I, we both have. So I've uninstalled and reinstalled Instagram many times, but they're like, I only install them for days that I want the information and the memes, because I know the memes are going to be really good in the news, like the Bills AFC Championship
I don't care,
game.
Margaret.
Oh, that was.
I had to hop on back onto Instagram just because I wanted to see all the memes and the jokes and what people were thinking, and of course I had to do it around like the inauguration and stuff like that. And so just like the big moments, but then I delete it and it's off my phone, and I'll be off of it for probably another 3 weeks until something big happens or whatever, and then I hop back on it just for a few days. But you notice a big difference in your distractions. Like when I'm upstairs playing with Lucas, if I have Instagram installed on my phone, even though it's in my pocket, my mind has like its own mind, and it's like, oh, I want to hop on Instagram right now. I'm like, dude, you're hanging out playing cars with your kid. This is a dream of yours. What are you doing?
I just thought it would be more fun.
And so I uninstall it now and I leave it in the other room. And honestly, uninstalling it makes the biggest change. And Jess now, because of that Sopranos scene, she's like, I want to get a basket. And we just put our things in the basket, and that's like,
Yeah.
put it in another room, and we
Smart.
just are
Put
together.
a
as a
time lock
family.
on it. Tink.
Yeah, something. So
Smart.
Heck yeah, dude. Like, I mean, what would it be like? Does anybody even use the newspaper anymore? It's all digital.
I
yeah.
don't think the newspapers exist anymore.
Right?
To tell
I
you
don't
the
think I do
truth.
either.
You know what's funny is I was thinking while we were watching the show, because it's relevant, there was a scene where they dropped their son off at the mall to meet up with some friends. And I'm like, man, that brought back some anxiety in me. Because do you remember before you had your cell phone, you and your friends would like, hey, let's meet up at so-and-so at like 2:30. And you just took them for their word.
Yeah, dude.
You're like, okay, I'll be there.
When we still had honor,
Yeah. So it's like, if you didn't show up,
you were dead.
like, you
Like
didn't-
literally, like you thought the reason they didn't show up was because they were dead.
yeah, they were either dead or you're like, well, he didn't make it in time. Let's go.
Yeah.
And then you show
You
up
got
at
a
the spot,
5-minute window before
Yeah.
and after.
They're
You show
gone.
up 15 minutes late and you're like, I don't know. And then you're trying to find them the entire rest of the time. But,
Dude, that was always rough when you like that roller rink in Layton.
Oh,
Classic
Classic?
skating.
Classic. Yeah. Dude, getting dropped off there, and it's like you're just waving bye to your mom. All right, yep, you just trust
See
that I'm
you
going to
in
walk
2
in here
hours.
and find people I know. I'll see you later.
little do you know, I'm going to be dancing my butt off in a closed off club with some ladies and some pedophiles in the corner.
For real.
Yeah, dude. That's so true. And then it's like you
100%, dude.
you
Those
make the
DJs
commitment
were
with your
pedos.
friends before you actually get a ride. And so it's like you just hope that your parents are going to say yes. Yeah, man, I'll be there. Mom, can I get a ride? No. Shoot. I already told him I was going to be there. I can't call him back now.
Yeah. Maybe we need to go back to that, you know?
Oh, dude, I wish, man.
Just have more where your word meant something. I'll be there.
Oh, heck yeah. That's how it should be.
Oh man, that just brought back so much anxiety.
Back on the ADD thing, did you ever hear the Billy Engvall joke about that?
I think I have, but refresh my memory.
So they talks about this time where he had a parent teacher conference with their son's teacher and sits down and the teacher's like, I want to talk to you about ADD. She's like, do you guys know, like, have any of that in your family? And he goes, I was a little miffed at this point. He goes, yes, ma'am, I know how to add, subtract, multiply. And they're like, no, attention deficit disorder. And he goes, oh, yeah, I had that once when I was a kid. It went away real quick. And they're like, what? And he goes, oh, yeah, no, I was doing something and my dad asked me something and I was just looking around. And next thing you know, smack, back of the head, I lost it forever.
It's gone. Gone forever.
I love it.
That's how it is.
All right. Well, last call. Anything else? Any other things? Oh yeah,
sure.
let's hear this headline,
this
man.
headline. Dude, it's insane. So just...
You're not gonna drag us down, are you?
No.
Nothing sad.
No, man.
I gotta ask because it's you.
Maybe.
You know that, right?
I don't know.
Watch this video, guys.
No.
Scar
Famous
you
last
forever.
words.
No, it's not as bad as that.
Okay. So is it bad? This has been a very positive podcast.
It's
I almost
A
called
little
you
bad,
Cam.
yeah. It's actually kind of insane, but
Okay.
American
I'll allow
Airlines
it.
plane
Uh-huh.
carrying 64 people just crashed mid-air with an Army Black Hawk helicopter over Washington, D.C.
Like when?
Today.
Crashed into a helicopter.
American Airlines regional passenger plane with a seating capacity of 66 to 78 people collided with a helicopter near Ronald Reagan Washington National Airport on Wednesday, January 9th.
There's two things I don't understand. Airplane crashes and boat crashes.
Yeah.
You
have
can see them,
Yeah.
especially on a boat. Those ones are the dumbest to me. It's like you have all this ocean, literally water in every direction, and you're like, oh no, what do we do? I'm like, come on.
Hey, sometimes
like-
those waves, you're just seeing them in like blinks. Like,
Yeah, but
I don't
it's
know.
like, if I see
fighter.
someone there, I'm going that way. Or like, turn around. I'm going to go the
you
other
say
direction.
that, but people walking down a hallway almost bump into each
The
other.
hallways have limited space, not vast, endless miles of ocean.
Yeah. It reminds me of that scene in Austin Powers where the guy's got what's he driving?
A steamroller.
Steamroller.
And he's
Yeah.
like, and he's
He's
like,
on the
get
ground.
out of the way, move.
And he's going
He's like,
super slow.
Oh,
Yes,
Yeah.
1,000%.
that's nuts.
But
though.
there's
That's
not much
crazy.
on it. All it says is...
Let me guess. It's full of doctors that cured cancer.
Yeah, probably.
Every time.
The collision occurred as they were approaching runway 33 around 9 p.m. local time.
Did
So
you
that would have been 7 o'clock our time. But
So helicopter's fault.
semi-related?
Someone's.
Did you see that BMW is either producing or manufacturing currently a hydrogen cell car?
Ooh.
What?
Yeah, dude. So
I don't know what that
they
means.
so hydrogen
Runs
is
on
water.
water.
Runs on water.
Oh, gotcha. I do know what that means.
Takes two of those mixed with one oxygen.
Ah, H2O. Ah.
So the
20th anniversary of Halloween.
No, it's Halloween 20 years later.
So, because there was that conspiracy from years ago where the guy that was on the cusp of creating a hydrogen cell car was killed by a conspiracy,
Unlived himself.
unalived himself.
Yes.
And but yeah, I think it was BMW.
Yeah,
They've
BMW
announced-
is exploring it,
Yeah,
Crazy.
and it's because they don't want to
collaborating with
manufacture-
Toyota.
Collaborate. Oh, really? That's so interesting because Honda is now is combining forces with Nissan.
I saw that.
So weird.
Nissan was on the verge of bankruptcy.
Were they?
Yeah.
How?
Doesn't
don't know.
surprise
Or
me.
is-
I mean, unless it could just be that we're in America,
Nissan.
but you don't see a lot of Nissans out here anymore. Like
I've
when
got one.
you driving around, like I occasionally see the Nissan Zs,
The Altimas.
but I see a lot of Toyotas. Hyundai's really big now.
Kia, man. Kia's everywhere.
Kias
Yeah.
are really big, but you don't see a
They
lot
do
of
look-
Nissans anymore
I mean,
driving around.
Kias do look pretty good though lately.
Kias and
That's
Hyundais.
some good looking cars.
Both
Yeah.
of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
But it just could be where we're at. I don't know what it looks like out in Europe or anything.
All
Nissan could be huge out there.
BMWs
But
look the same.
All I know is if hydrogen cell becomes a thing, dude, battery like Tesla, gone to the wayside immediately.
That's so true.
And that's going to completely destroy the infrastructure that Tesla's kind of built out.
Well, electric cars don't make sense
They
when
don't.
you look at it fully. Like, there's this one video of a guy talking about. He's basically talking about how having these big shipping companies switch to electric, like diesel kind of things, is not possible. There's not enough power in the power grid to do it.
Yeah.
Like, you literally cannot power these multi-ton vehicles that take, are a lot heavier than a normal diesel because of the batteries.
Yeah.
So the batteries they need to long haul make them way heavier, and they can't draw enough power from the power grid to charge them,
yeah.
and also charge the city. Like,
Crazy.
Well, my issue with electrical is I don't have time. Let's say we're driving to California to go to Disneyland or something like that. I don't have time in my vacation. That's already an 11-hour drive.
Yeah.
I don't have time to plan stops 2 or 3 times on my way out there to charge
recharge.
my car and
Sit in your
sit there
car at a
for
gas station.
an hour and a half or whatever just to recharge the car to
Well,
get back
and the
on
worst
the
part
road.
is
like,
if you pull up and all the stalls are taken.
yeah.
You're like,
And then
oh crap! Now I gotta wait for him.
Well, and I've even watched a couple like videos or whatever people have posted where they're like, yeah, I'm trying to make this trip and all this stuff, and then it's like, I've got this trip plan and I'm actually going to stop here to get battery, and then they pull up and they come to find out like one of them was a hotel, and like he went to go use it, and like the hotel staff came out and said, no, you're not staying here, you can't use it, and he's like, I don't have any battery left, like my car's going to die, and they're like, sorry. And so then it's like
I mean, it
running
makes
around
sense.
and trying to find somewhere else. And
Makes sense because that's their dime.
Yeah.
Going towards the car being charged.
yeah, and he even offered, like, he's like, I'll pay for it, like $20 or something like that. And they're like, nope, you need to book a room here. And
Holy crap.
yeah, and so then it's like, I don't have time for that. Like, you can plan on it and say, oh, there should be charging here, but then you show up and you come to find out it's like you've got to buy something or you got to do something there, and it's like, oh,
Well,
just spend the
they
gas,
either have
like-
to do one of two things: electric gas stations or whatever you want to call them, charging bays, whatever. They need to have swappable batteries. So you pull up, they pull one battery out, plant you with another one, and you're on your way. Or the cars themselves need to be solar powered. They need to be able to generate enough power while they're parked or sitting or driving to efficiently just keep you going.
well, there's that what is it, in Finland or somewhere over in Europe? They have the lanes where you drive in them and they charge your car as you're
Oh, yeah,
driving.
I saw that.
It's like F-Zero, baby.
Yeah, it literally, like
it's got the green arrows.
well, and
Makes you faster.
it's also got like things on it that as you're driving on it, it plays a song. Like it's got
I've
the
seen those.
little rivets in that, yeah, and it like plays a song as you're going. But it will legit, like they've done away where it will legit, like charge your car
I don't
as
know
you're
why
going.
they have to make it so fancy. They've had this technology at Lagoon for decades. They just need the little tiny, pole that goes up and just scrapes along the top and just powers you as you go.
I mean, they had it in Back to the Future. It was the same thing.
Yeah, why not? You just got to catch that pole, man.
Yeah.
That hanging wire.
Yep, just catch the hanging wire, charge your car for a minute.
Just a few overhangs, just randomly as you're going down the freeway. You flip a switch, your hook comes out as you drive under it.
1.21 gigawatts.
Now you play a game, your little monitor, you have to like aim and shoot it at it, clutch it.
You miss it, you got to go for the next one.
Reel it in. Let's try again.
All right. Well, we hope you've enjoyed this episode. It's gone pretty much every direction imaginable. I don't even know where the next one's going to go, but you better stay tuned because it's going to be
A
wild.
doozy.
I think we're going to
Back, baby.
Yeah, we are so back.
Yes.
I think
Most
next
of us.
episode we're going to be talking about all the crazy news that's happened pretty much since December through January. Is that something you guys want to do?
Heck yeah.
I don't know.
Sure. I don't know what's going on. I turned off.
We're gonna
most of my
we're gonna
stuff.
get him
What's
all
happening
caught up.
Tony doesn't even know who the president is right now. So
Oh, you're in for a surprise.
You won't believe what
Elon
happens
Musk,
next.
isn't it?
What's our hashtag? Give us a hashtag. 90s kid down in the comments.
all right.
And we'll see you next time. Bye, friends.
Love you guys.
Arrivederci.
Ciao.
And thanks for being part of this crowd.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Thanks, Chris.
Oh.
That penis.